On this next slide, Dr. Sue Lynham has put together a summary of these different research paradigms, what they mean and how they're applied. So analytical research, for example, is based on the philosophy of science that views information as derived from logical and mathematical treatments and reports of sensory experience as the exclusive source of all authoritative knowledge, and that there is valid truth only in scientific knowledge. Its focus is very much on the methods and how it's approached. So when you look at how good a study is in this tradition, it's based on how refined were the methods and did they follow the procedure as intended. Verified data received from the senses are known as empirical evidence. And empirical evidence holds that society, like the physical world, operates according to general laws. Introspective and intuitive knowledge is rejected. And as the physical world operates according to laws such as the law of gravity and other absolute laws, that society does as well, and that these laws are generalizable across all elements of society. Some examples of analytical research include any study that looks at results of a relationship between variables. So for example, I went into Google Scholar and typed in age, race, and video games, and I found a 2009 study published in the journal called New Media and Society. The study is called Virtual Census, Representations of Gender, Race, and Age in Video Games. It's by Williams, Martins, Consalvo, and Ivory. And it lays out the approach that the researchers took and has a number of descriptive statistics to discuss what they found based on looking at these different variables. Interpretive research is typically qualitative. So again, I went into Google Scholar. I found a study explaining adherence success in Sub-Saharan Africa, an ethnographic study. And it was published in PLOS Medicine. Or there was another study I found, an ethnographic approach to targeted sampling, problems and solutions in AIDS prevention research among injection drug and crack cocaine users, and that was in Human Organization Journal. So you can find and you can find different studies in these journals, and they more or less describe the experience of those going through these different issues. They don't intend to discuss the validity of the research. They take the person's experience as truth because it is their subjective truth, and they present it as is, and it's up to the reader to decide how transferable it is. Interpretive studies do not intend to generalize and say that this is a law or truth for all people going through this. They're very localized studies. And unlike surveys that are used in quantitative studies, and then the data is crunched and statistical methods are used to determine what they find in the data and whether or not that data is valid, a qualitative study uses interpretive methods like ethnography, which is a field study. It studies those people that have a certain condition or affliction or issue, and then captures information based on interviews and observation, develops themes and interprets those themes based on the information that the researcher gathers. Critical studies typically explore topics such as race, gender, class, colonialism, and other issues of perceived oppression. Articles such as a book published in 2010 entitled The Sexual Politics of Meat, a Feminist Vegetarian Critical Theory. Or there's another one, Doing and Undoing Gender, the Meaning and Division of Housework in Same-Sex Couples, published by Goldberg in the Journal of Family Theory and Review. And the concept behind a critical study is to look at something happening in society and say, wait a second, we need to look at this to see if this is oppressing a certain group or groups and challenge that as a norm. So for practice, I encourage you to go into Google Scholar or other forums and type in words and use some of this terminology and see what comes up and explore it just a little bit.